Okay, so this is a review of the Kelly Kettle. Just got it in from Amazon.com. Nicely packed in this little box. Two little boxes in here. That's what the Kelly Kettle looks like. So we'll pop it out of this box. Got a nice little carrying bag for everything. Base, the kettle itself. Another little box here. This is a little cooktop for it. Little holder for the cooktop. That falls off when you don't hold it with your hand. Put that there for now. And a little grill. This little grill, after you build a fire, you can set it in here and then you can put the pot in it. There's actually another pot sitting right in here. So you got two little grill. This sits in the bottom of the pan like that. We'll show you after you get the fire going. Alright, so basically how this works is you build a fire in here, you fill this double wall pot, you can see right through it, this becomes a chimney, the water inside here cooks, set it on top of there. Once it's boiled, you have a source for your heating water and for your cooking afterwards. I'll show you one more little piece, which is a little stand. And this little stand actually goes into the chimney so you can cook while you're getting your water boiled. Because after your water boils, you take the kettle off. We'll experiment with that. Alright, we're going to pour the water into the Kelly Kettle. 4 cups. You leave the cork out. It's my firewood. There's my little fire. A little bit of paper in the bottom. I'm going to light it up. Get it going. Okay, so it's going a little bit here now. We're getting about 6-mile-an-hour gusts in and out of here, so I'm going to go ahead and put the top on. So you basically just take the kettle, set it right over. You can adjust that air inlet into the wind if you want to get a little bit more draft, but the kettle itself forms a stove and it's a draft there. You can see the smoke starting to roll out of it. So we're going to go ahead and drop in a little bit more. You can see the flames kind of licking out the top. We're going to drop this in and I'll time it from here on out and see how long it takes us to make water. Alright, so you can see it's been about a minute now, a little bit more, minute 20 seconds. It's burning really well. I've used about half that little pile of wood. See the flames licking out of there. The water's already getting warm, so I assume it's got about another minute or so. Okay, so we're at about 3 minutes 15 seconds. Burning pretty good. I can see some bubbles forming in there. Still haven't really added much more wood. It is right on the verge of boiling now. You can hear it starting to hiss there. I would guess it's going to start into a full boil here any second now. We're at 3:37. Hissing pretty good. This is pretty good wood, mind you. It's not wet wood out of the forest, but it's representative of what a decent wood would cook it in a matter of probably another extra minute or so. There, you can start to see it. You can start to see it bubbling. It's very close. It's pretty windy out here right now, and really with the opening turned away from the wind gusts, doesn't really affect it at all. It's quite handy in windy situations. There, it's about boiling now. Okay, so here's an example of how you would, well, after you get your fire going, you'd have your cork out, get your fire going, just start it, put the stack support in there for the pan, put the pan in there. While all your water is getting ready to boil, you can start cooking. When your meal is partially cooked and the water starts to boil, you can take your support off. One of the things I noticed about this support, if you lift it off the one side, it lifts off perfectly. If you lift it off the other side, it comes apart. It would be nice if the lower one was identified with some holes or something so you knew which one to take it off. There's also this little device for lifting the pan on and off, but it's just not that useful. I find it very difficult to use. I don't like it at all, so that's why I just have the gloves on. Once the water was boiled, you would take that off. You'd use your gloves, in my mind, to put the grill onto the pan, and then you could place your pan on and finish your cooking process. All in all, it's a nice system. I didn't use that much wood boiling that water. It took about 4.5 minutes, and all in all, I think it'll work pretty good. It's a good system.